Our dog Jackson had a lot of problems, and we spent a lot of money at the veterinarian, and he just never got better. So we actually at that point decided that it would be a good thing to open a pet food store. And my wife Amanda, she is very trusting, and she just said, okay, I trust you. We determined that, you know, what was working or what wasn't working for Jackson, that maybe we could address that. Did some research, and I really had this strange feeling that maybe he was a celiac. If you start reading about celiac disease, they talk about skin irritations. That's the start of it. I started reaching out to different plants that made pet food and trying to get some insight, and I narrowed it down to one. It just happened to be, honestly, in Cincinnati, Ohio, or in Lisbon, Ohio. And the odd thing about this is that, you know, in every industry you have benchmarks. You have companies that set the bar, and in the past I've worked for those companies. Ohio Pet Food, who I landed upon in Ohio, it was kind of the same thing. That of all the places I was researching, there were good manufacturers out there, and there are these co-packers, but really the people who were really making the product and hitting the benchmark was this company. We brought in like 1,200 or 1,400 pounds of food. We ran out of food and we opened, and by October of that year, we opened in June. By October that year, Matt shows up down here with his crew, and he's like, and I'm like, what are you doing down here? He's like, we need to see what you're doing. Michelle, you know, we've been doing this for 3 generations, and this is what you see. Someone starts off, you know, with a brand, and then they kind of grow and they ramp up. Pet Once was like this, boom. We're like, what are you doing? How are you doing this down here? And so that really is how the whole process of Pet Once has been going all along. The growth rate and the acceptance of the product, the acceptance of the service, the appeal of the people who are running these stores and the people who are in it, and how they build relationships and what we do in our community, it just has been so well received.